breeze blowing, storm clouds moving in. Whatever's gonna happen, it's about to begin. I remember what the drunk donkey told me when he said, son, don't fear. Mike's where the page lies, it's about to begin. Then he's gonna tell you about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you which way it's going, if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news that they try to hide. Just look on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. There'll always be some haters, but they don't understand that Mike's got a friend and 100,000 more across the land. Well, if you want to know it first and you want to know it right and you want to have time to plan, Drunk Donkey Nation tells your friend, Mike, he's your man. Then he's gonna tell you all about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you if it's gonna be a storm or if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news others try to hide. Click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Yeah, here at Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nation Pride.
All right, good morning, everybody. What's up? It's me and Hunter today on this cold morning here in Oldsmar, Florida. So how's everybody doing? It's Monday, Martin Luther King Day, January 15th. I'm always going to try to do the date now because people watch this after sometimes. So Monday, January 15th. And we're ready to talk some weather. All right, we got everybody chatting away here. Good. Hey, Mark Davis, appreciate that, buddy, over on YouTube. What's up? Everybody freezing? Getting snow, getting ice? Watch some cold football this weekend. Maybe today, Buffalo's going to be hopefully playing. They're shoveling out snow as we speak. Got our Bucks game tonight here in Tampa. When I say Bucks game, I don't mean to offend all you Philly fans. It's just I refer to the Bucks game as the Bucks game. Obviously, because I'm a Bucks fan. So good morning, everybody. Good morning, Miss Morgan. Good morning, James Fort. What's up, Mr. Reamer? What's up, Reed? Once again, Mark Davis, appreciate you. Cat 5 supporter. Shelly reached out to you, give her an email, and we got some swag for you for supporting. What's up there, Ms. Lena Paul? Yeah, he is cute. What's up, Miss Katie Haley? Eve Tuttle, North Carolina. Got some big snow coming to Tennessee. Sometimes he looks like Louis, doesn't he? Bradenton, Lauren, what's up? Roya. Miss Lori Rye from Bermuda. One day I'll make it there. I think I have a very small bucket list, Lori, and for some reason that's on my bucket list. I don't know why. Because I think when I started covering hurricanes, I didn't even realize there was an island out there called Bermuda. I was so focused on Florida. Like, hey, we're out here too. Good morning, Miss Mary. Hey, thank you for that. Rachel. Can you say hi to daughter? Is it Lila? Heck yeah. We can say hi. Awesome. Awesome. All right, well, let's get talking a little bit of weather as we start this week off. Got some new brew crew members? Awesome, Shelly. So what do? We talk weather, Daily Brew. We're really big in the tropics. If you're new, hello TikTok. By the way, we're streaming on TikTok. We talk heavily in the tropical season. We do a lot of winter. obviously in spring and fall, but you can always count on us to bring you the latest information and what's new out there. We have a little fun along the way, as you might tell. That's why we have great sponsors. One of them, of course, is our good friends at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. So big shout out to them. Hopefully you got to visit them over the weekend and enjoy everything life has to offer. Always be celebrating as you go into an ABC store. That is their motto. Always be celebrating. Also big news, I don't know if you've seen it, but I did get asked to be a host at the Florida Man Games, which is awesome. I can't believe I have nothing going on that weekend, so you'll see that all around the internet. But I'll be hanging out with OMG Wicks. I'm hosting the Cat 5 cash grab and also judging the mullet contest, which, as you know, my Hurricane Ian video with the mullet, it's perfect for me. Because one time I put a poll online if I should grow a mullet or not. Maybe I still have time. I don't know how long do they take. But anyway, if you're going to the Florida Man Games, I'll be there. It's February 24th in St. Augustine. So watch for that announcement. They just posted it. Pretty cool. Here's the current radar. Let's talk about that. Flurry chasing, Morgan. Yes. So I think I'm going to do a TikTok. I love clickbait TikToks because it gets people mad. But there is an outside chance we could see a snow flurry in the Florida Panhandle tomorrow morning, okay? I'm going to show you why here in a second. Already got a lot of ice and stuff brewing in the south. Currently, it's current radar. We got a lot of snow for Tennessee coming. Gatlinburg might get 5, 6, 7, 8. Even the GFS showing 8 inches in Gatlinburg. So if you're up there tonight, guess what? You got a lot of snow coming. And unfortunately for Florida, we got rains coming. And we could have some thunderstorms down in Florida later today. I'm going to show you all that. Flake chasing, that's right. For some reason, when I say snowfall, they think snow on the ground. But technically, one snowflake means it snowed, right? So I'm going to dive into that too. So, nice and toasty in Jamaica, yeah. Well, we got cold weather coming. All right, so here's the current look. Obviously, we got a mixture of ice, and this is only going to get worse throughout the day tonight. So a lot of ice here across Texas, Louisiana. We got a winter advisory all the way down into the tip of Florida. I'm going to get into that. But anyway, heavy snow here across the mountains, west of the mountains. And then we're going to be watching this today. There's a good chance some of these thunderstorms are going to end up coming back in towards the state. And I just posted a 48-hour radar map. And that 48-hour radar map is shoving moisture and storms towards Florida later today. So bucks are going to be iffy. Line could go north. That line could go south. But if you're going to the Bucks game, you want to watch the weather. Okay? Okay. Pensacola's going to be cold. Katie Haley going to be cold. Flurries. Well, Stephanie Stevens, maybe one flurry. I'm going to go into that. One flurry, okay? Morning from Palmetto. Daniel, what's going on? That's my home turf. Born and raised for a few years there. Cheers, everybody. All right, so here's the latest weather map. They just posted that this morning, January 15th. I always check the date. So there you go. Look at that, man. We got winter weather advisory touching the Florida Panhandle. All the way down through Louisiana, South Texas. A lot of winter storm warnings now in pink. Lots of areas under warnings now. Texas to West Virginia there. Almost the whole state of Tennessee. We have accumulation of ice tonight up to, possibly 0.1. 0.2 is usually the threshold of an ice warning. But this ice can continue on towards the south here. We can even get some ice here for Florida tonight. Big snow for the mountains. There you go. What else did I talk about this morning? Talked about this. All right, so Wednesday, everything finally pushes through. I'm going to do a radar. We're going to have rain for the next 2 days in the southeast here in Florida. Wednesday temps, this cold front kind of comes through. South Florida doesn't participate. Look at this swing in temps. We're probably going to see some teens in the upper Florida panhandle. Teens meaning like 1 something. Officially, there's a 20 right here near Pensacola. 20, and then look at Miami, 66. So 46-degree swing here, possibly 70 in the Keys. So 50-degree swing from the panhandle to the Keys. That's a Wednesday. And then we got even colder weather coming this weekend. Another cold front comes late in the week, and we got low 30s in middle Florida Sunday morning. Yes, it's true. Sorry. Here's that thunderstorm possibility throughout the day today. This is the latest HRRR that shows you storms. Now, nothing severe expected today. The Storm Prediction Center only showing light green. But this just kind of gives you the idea where our storms might set up and move across the state. So we could see some thunderstorms later today across Florida. And then lastly, we're going to dive into this big time here. Is this crazy idea of a snow flurry maybe down south. So all the future radar maps sometimes show an occasional flurry here and there. But the thing that backs this up is that we're going to be, 32 in Mobile, the same timestamp that we're starting to see some wintry mix. Now, this is when the system passes through tomorrow morning. This is 8 a.m. Central Time. But it's going to be cold enough, hopefully, if you want to see a flurry, that we could see one. And the latest Euro is finally showing a little chance here in the Florida tip. So, we'll see. We'll see. We're going to get in all the models here in a second, I promise. But that's it in the nutshell. Weather in a nutshell. We're going to get into it here in a second, a little more. Rick Taylor, Fort Walton Beach, Chile. Orchids, yep. The weeds like the cold, though. I found that out here in Florida, man. The weeds pop out of nowhere when we have stuff. So, this is funny. My dad's birthday, I ordered this on Amazon. It got here late. Julie was playing with it yesterday. Maybe it might be something vulgar in it. Maybe I shouldn't do it. What the hell? I'm sure it's PG rated. This is for my dad. It was a dad. How do you open the damn thing without ripping the box? How did you do this, Julie? She opened the box somehow without ripping the box open. Well, hell, that's the joke right there. Try to open this thing. All right, here we go. We'll do one joke. Dad joke. This is my dad. Dad, don't be surprised. He doesn't watch me. Ready?
Why can't you hear a pterodactyl go to the bathroom? The P is silent.
The P pterodactyl. The P is silent. Okay. Okay. I don't know about that one. Did you get that one? I don't know. I didn't get that one. All right, so good news is long range. We don't see any severe storms coming, which is always good, man. Last week we had a couple rounds, right? So nothing's really showing up for the next at least week, except for cold weather. So that's good news. Long range Storm Prediction Center, not really talking about much. Central Coast. So we got that next low coming this weekend, Thursday, Friday, down into Florida. I'm going to show you that one. Isolated thunderstorms, maybe severe potential is expected to remain low. That's it, man. We got nothing. There's weather is quiet, except for cold air coming. So that's good news, right? All right, let's look at this snow potential first. I mean, because that's kind of got my interest. Not snow, but like a flake or two, because it's interesting. So here is what's coming tonight. So if we're going to see any wintry weather for our friends in the South, the reason I mention the South a lot is because a lot of our viewers are from the South. A lot of them. So that's kind of why we keep talking about it. But precipitation type, this is kind of fun to look at. This is throughout the day today. So let's say 2 p.m., 1 p.m. Central Time. So there you go. We got freezing rain today. Obviously, this is where we got to worry about some more ice today. We get into tonight. Oh, 4 p.m. There's your rain down. Is starting to come across Florida. This is going to get pushed in. This is obviously where we're watching later tonight. We're going to go show a little more detail in Florida here in a second. Heavy snow in the mountains. Latest Gatlinburg outlooks: 5 inches for Euro and 8 inches for the GFS. By the way, but as we get into overnight hours tonight, temperatures are dropping. Let's go to about 5 a.m. here. We'll zoom in and see why it's not updating. Is this the 6Z? No, just frozen. Frozen in time. Never had windy freeze before. Let's try it again. Didn't want me to talk about it, I guess. All right, let's try it again. So tomorrow, here's 10 p.m. tonight. Here is 4 a.m. This is 3 a.m. Sorry, I'm always looking at Eastern time. So this is where you just never know. Like, all right, so we got this big blast. We got freezing temperatures behind. Let's go in the morning. Let's go to like 7 a.m. And for some reason, my Wendy is not being very happy today. All right, here we go. This is a little better. So here's 7 a.m. That's the tip of Florida. This is lower Louisiana. And as you can see, let's turn off the particles and the pressure here. It might just be being used. So tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., whatever. If it was me, I would go outside in the morning, and as soon as the tail end of this front comes through and there's still moisture in play, we could see some backside flurries. I really think it's possible. Not that it's going to stick on the ground or anything, but, this is getting close to Pensacola, 10 a.m., even though it says destined rain, snow, it's not really snow, but it's cold enough it could be. And even had it for Panama for a second, so. And it's gone by 4 p.m., so. Let's see, 10 a.m. Let's go. There's 11 a.m. Let's see. Let's go to 12 p.m. There's Destin. Crestview, mixed rain, snow, Enterprise. So, and then you go to GFS, same thing. Here's Panama, rain, snow, 1 p.m. tomorrow. Here's all that wintry weather entering Florida. So I'm just telling you, just be on the lookout tomorrow morning. This is around 11 a.m. You just never know. You just never know. Latest snow depths here for Gatlinburg area. Look at Knoxville. So here is let's look at new snow next 3 days. 5 inches for Knoxville on the Euro. GFS a little more aggressive. 8 inches on the GFS. Morrisville. Chattanooga 4 inches. Euro showing Chattanooga with almost 4 inches. So that is pretty low, man. Dalton. So if you're living in Florida and want to take a snow trip, Dalton's really not that far away. Dalton's straight up Interstate 75. 7.5, 8 hours maybe for me in Tampa Bay. So Google Dalton. There's a good chance Dalton, because it's higher elevation, you might see snow. That's just north of Atlanta. There's Alabama, Huntsville, 3 inches. 3 inches there. So yeah, look at that. Northern Alabama going to get some. Mississippi going to get some snow. Anybody up in Gatlinburg? I saw some people, some of our followers up there in Gatlinburg area, and they were showing. Here's Gatlinburg, 6 inches on the Euro. Now it's up to 9.6. 10 inches for Pigeon Forge. Crazy. So there you go. Big snow possibly coming in the mountains. And it's funny, isn't it? Look at that. Nothing on the east side. Completely denies. I've learned one thing about snow on the mountain. It either snows east of the mountain or west of the mountain. And this is obviously a west of the mountains. So there's that. All right, so let's go into a little bit more on today because we have a lot of folks down in Florida for the Bucks game. Like I mentioned, there's nothing really showing up on the Storm Prediction Center map. Good news. Just random thunderstorms possible today across the peninsula. That's always good. Nothing organized. Let's look at the radar. Radar is going to be iffy because it's either going to set up north of Tampa, south of Tampa, before kickoff, after kickoff. It's really, really going to be an iffy forecast for that. So let's go back to 12Z. And here's throughout the day. So this is about 11 a.m. Today, Monday, we start to see random showers popping up throughout the state. Some of them out there in the Gulf. And they're going to start drifting in. 1 p.m., 3 p.m., 5 p.m., 7 p.m. Now, I read one official forecast said that most of the rains are going to be east of 75 after sundown, but the Euros or the bulk, I can't see that, which is great. So we could see a little break right after kickoff where most of the heavy stuff could be east of the stadium. Hopefully. There could be some more random overnight. This is 9 p.m. Nothing like downpour or bad. It's just, yucky. Here's 2 a.m. tonight. There's that, moisture coming in that might bring in some random flurries overnight. 3 a.m., 4 a.m. for the peninsula side. Here is 7 a.m. tomorrow. You can just see a continuation, 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m. So look at that. Even tomorrow, we got even heavier stuff showed up for Tuesday, noontime tomorrow. Look at that. That's our actual frontal line coming through. And it could reach South Florida tomorrow evening. So that's pretty much been consistent, really consistent. Cold front sliding into Gulf juice and finally clears things out of here. If you're down there in the Bahamas, you're probably going to get some. Let's go a little wider. I really can't go much wider than that. But you know what I did see on the HRRR, interesting. Let's go back to Florida. It was actually starting to show that little bit of precipitation of wintry precipitation in the morning. So let's go back to the 12Z. Right here, look. Ooh, a little bit of pink. There's that little bit of pink tomorrow morning, which is a mix. There you go. I'm telling you. Thunderstorm, I love this thunderstorm graphic, or lightning graphic. It kind of shows you where we can see some thunderstorms later today. Things start popping here a little bit. This is noon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, it shifted a little south. This run, which is good. 13Z, kind of hanging a little south Tampa Bay. So it just, 11Z, a little more north. So somebody in that central part of Florida today is going to get some thunderstorms. So that's that. Now, temperatures, this is really interesting. Let's put on the bigger map since we got Ian watching. I like to look at this moisture map, and we got Lori watching too. So we'll go to tropical tidbits. Let's just see if any of this moisture, where it goes, if it reaches anybody else. 24-hour precipitation maps here. So let's see. Pretty much lingers tomorrow. Yeah, it might give you some Bermuda rains, Lori. Looks like maybe later Tuesday. Definitely Wednesday. Oh, yeah, Wednesday. Bermuda rains on Wednesday. Jamaica staying dry. So there's our break here. So we do have a little cold front coming down this weekend, but it doesn't have a lot of moisture with it. I've been watching it. It does not have a lot of moisture. So the cold front we're getting this weekend down in the southeast does not have a lot of rain to it. This is our next cold front. Here's Thursday morning. Here's Thursday night. And maybe a little bit of rain. Here's Friday morning, Friday night, Saturday morning. So it'll be gone by the weekend. Good news. And here comes our next one, and then our next one, and our next one, and our next one, and our next one. Like Groundhog's Day, living here. All right. Here's Tuesday rains. That's what we got coming through tomorrow. It'll be pretty much gone by Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning here, Wednesday morning, and then we got nice couple days. Thursday morning. Here comes the next front. Not a lot of rain on the Euro. A little bit on Friday, but then again, it's gone on Saturday. So I don't think the end of the week front's going to be very juicy at all. Canadian not showing much either. So we do have a front coming down Thursday, Friday, but not a lot of juice with it. Let's go back to the Euro and see long range if there's anything popping here. We need to start watching down the road. Big old high in place. Could be windy. Let's look at the boating forecast. So it looks like this weekend, yeah, I did have a boater reach out. So I don't see any big storms coming, really. That's good news, at least in the next week plus, right? But look at these. Let's go and leave it on tropical tidbits here. But it looks like we're going to have some waves to watch down south. So here is this shift here. We got a cold front coming down, obviously. Nothing too significant with the waves. Normal wintertime stuff, nothing over 10 foot. Yellow's 10 foot. But we get into Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, there is a spell early week. So we get a high pressure build. So we get this big bad cold front coming down this weekend. It's really going to bring some cold air. That usually means it's a high pressure is why we're getting this cold air reaching the surface. But it also brings in a risk of waves and winds as our winds spiral around clockwise. So it looks like the next big wind wave event is definitely going to be early next week over the weekend. We could see a prolonged couple days of big winds over towards the Caribbean here Tuesday and into Wednesday. So strong winds in the Caribbean here as our high pressure sets up late in the weekend, next weekend coming up. So there, that was showing last week and it's still showing. So we could have some wavy action across Florida early next week as they come in from the, and it looks like the Gulf too. Obviously, when you get these big high pressure systems, even the Gulf gets cranking. So high pressure winds definitely coming. You can probably verify that a few different ways, but we'll leave it to that. I want to go into the cold front this weekend. So our next cold front is going to bring the cold. Let's just jump right into Florida first, and then we'll show the rest of the country. But cold temperatures for the weekend. Let's check this out. So next Sunday, it's nothing. Here we go. Sunday is this. All right. Not as bad as it was. Let's go to the National Weather Service. What were they showing? They were showing low 30s. Possibly freezing temperatures by me. But this is the Euro. I'm waiting for the National Weather Service. So anyway, Sunday morning we still got low 20s across the top, but we could see low 30s down here in Middle Florida. Maybe even 49 down in Naples. Low 40s for Fort Myers. So that is coming. But the National Weather Service backed off a little bit on the low 30s. Sometimes this model has a hard time loading, so. Shelly. How's old TikTok doing? When are you going to see the sun again, Chris? Well, unfortunately, not until Wednesday. Oh, well. This site's being ornery. Let's try one more time. Let's do a blend of models. How about that? Sometimes a blend of models is good because it'll give more of an average of what all the models are doing. So let's do 12Z Florida. Well, let's do Southeast and then go to day 7, which is sun. Oh, it's high temperatures. Low temperatures. All right. Well, it ain't that bad even on the blended models. Not too bad. Freezing though for sure. Dipping into the Florida Peninsula. I already saw National Weather Service talking about it, though, that they we're thinking we're going to have middle to low 30s here across central part of the state. Could be our first 39-degree day here at home. But anyway, another cold weekend on tap. Could make it down to Miami Sunday morning. This is a National Weather Service forecast. 56 degrees in Fort Lauderdale, 56 in Miami. Wow, all right. So cold. We got big snow. Here's all your watches and warnings. Hard freeze in the dark blue now for parts of Florida into lower Alabama, lower Georgia tonight. Hard freeze, meaning in the 20s. There's your winter warnings spreading up through Tennessee. And that's that. Cold burst's going to last, Kaylin, at least until early next week. At least. That's hard to go past 7-day forecast. So we're pretty much let's look at high temperatures just for fun. See if anybody's going to get into the 70s here for the eastern U.S. This is on Tropical Tidbits, by the way. We love Tropical Tidbits. All right. So let's see high temperatures. You still might. Oh, golly. Heck yeah. So even though we're going to have rain today, we still could see some 80s in South Florida. South of Interstate 4 today could see some high 70s and 80s. But here comes that cold front. You're going to see it invade. Maybe another day tomorrow. Hot, humid out ahead of this thing on Tuesday. And then we're in the 60s. There's nobody in the 70s on Wednesday. Very cold. Look at this Saturday. GFS showing freezing temperatures all the way down into maybe Gainesville. So nothing really showing. At least the next 7-8 days. Unless you live in South Florida. South Florida is going to be a little muggy today. In fact, we can see that. Let's take a look here real quick. But you will see the humidity. Let's look at the humidity because everybody was posting about the humidity last weekend down in South Florida because of the muggy air we got. So we got temperature. Where the heck is it down here? Dew point. There's humidity. So your humidity today. Let's see what we got. Well, it's pretty much in the 90s. That's because we got rain coming in. So everybody's muggy later today as our front comes in. So yuck. It won't feel very crisp in Florida today as we have this cold front coming through tomorrow. Here is your dew points. We do have 50-degree dew points in the Panhandle, but we got 70s down south. That adds to the mugginess. Your dew points. And then here comes that cold air. Watch that. Watch these dew points disappear. Look at that. Oh, man. So dew points Tuesday in the teens across the Panhandle, and they come in hard. So, a little break. Yes, even on Wednesday, South Florida is going to feel crisp and cool. So today and Tuesday, I-4 South muggy, humid. Wednesday, it's going to feel like winter. All right. So anyway, Richard going to the Rolex race. Awesome. We're getting ready for Daytona. We might have our last sponsor hooked up. We're all excited about that. So our Furman Power Equipment Hurricane Awareness Machine is going to be back on the track at Daytona. We're excited about it. The Florida Division of Emergency Management will be there also. So that's awesome. We'll announce a whole lineup for that coming up. soon. So, all right. Anything else we could talk about before we kind of cut it short? We'll do it again on Wednesday. And talk about things. Anything I missed here, Shelley? Wind chill 16 in Southwest Georgia. Nope. We can show the wind chill. Wind chill will be a very interesting. Let's take a look at a wind chill for the Southeast here, since most people in Southeast aren't used to this kind of stuff, including me. So let's go to the current wind chill here for the next couple of days. Southeast wind chill temperature. So let's see. This is through Wednesday, let's say. Oh my God. Okay. Holy cow. All right. So your wind chills for the Southeast really get cranking here tomorrow. So tomorrow's wind chill will be in the teens down all the way, could be in the 0 degree range in lower Louisiana tomorrow morning. 20s for the South, teens for lower Alabama and Mississippi. Throughout the day tomorrow, we're going to have 30 degree wind chills through Florida. And then on Wednesday, they really drop. We could see a 35 degree wind chill in Tampa. It only goes out to Wednesday morning. Woo! So, hey, Miss Diane, how you been? Year 30, Miss. How's Dave doing? When is it? It's the 4th. February 4th is the last day. We're getting ready for it. 2 weeks from now. 30 years. So there you go. Cold. So, all right. As far as the rest, let's just do the whole U.S. real quick. Kind of give I'll tell you what. Let's go to Weather Nerds. They have a decent little map here we can look at. So let's look at the whole 00Z cycle and look at all the weather coming for the next week. And here it comes. All right, so let's stop it here. Boom, boom. All right, so here is Tuesday morning. All right, so we got this coming on. All right, let's break it down one last time. So here we are through the day. Obviously, we got wintry weather across the south. We got snow building. We got rains in Florida. This is through the afternoon tonight. This is tonight. Where that blob goes, this is evening. We'll see if it messes up the Bucks-Eagles game. See, I said Eagles are to be nice. Overnight tonight, wintry weather gets close to the Gulf Coast. We starting to get a little bit of snow here, moving on up. We got Tuesday morning, lots of rain possibly incoming here for the Southeast. Could see some that wintry weather on the backside. Got some heavy snow up north tomorrow morning. So we got good chance of snow for pretty much everybody. In fact, they're talking about maybe New York getting their first measurable snow from this system. We'll see. They haven't really had a lot of snow. Throughout the day tomorrow, here's tomorrow evening. There's our leftover front line still going through Florida. Maybe a little bit of rain. Maybe some wintry weather for the Eastern Carolina too. Look at that. So it's always interesting on the backside of these fronts how much sneaky little stuff we get. Here's Wednesday morning. Everything's clearing out by now. Wednesday morning, we got a big system out west. Another low pressure out west. Look at that one rolling in. So tomorrow night, Tuesday evening, we're going to start to see another Pacific storm rolling in, bringing in some weather tomorrow or into Wednesday. This is Wednesday morning. So out west system, nothing in the south Wednesday. Makes sense. And that's it. Look at Thursday. Nothing high pressure. There's that high pressure building in over Florida. That's going to start whipping these winds around. There's that last little front coming in for the weekend. The high pressure is going to build back in quick. So not a lot of rain with this end of the weekend front, except cold air behind it. Could bring some more snow here. This is Friday morning. Friday morning we could see that Pacific storm that originated. Watch this happen. It's so wild. This is Wednesday evening right here. Wednesday evening. Look at this. That little system's going to move across. Here's Thursday night. Here's Friday morning. So Friday morning, that little system that was out in the Pacific. Here comes another one out in the Pacific. That's where they all come from. They all spin out there and they end up coming across. Here is Friday night. There's that rain passing through south in Florida. There's Friday snow. Maybe a little bit further the mountains again. Saturday morning. This is Saturday morning, more snow. And then it clears out for Sunday. Here's Saturday night. And here's Sunday. So, makes sense, right? Lots of weather, a lot of fronts coming. This is our next big snow little system for Thursday, Friday here for the Northeast. As it comes across Harold's Land here on Thursday. This is Thursday. So anyway, train of systems. Cold attic air. For sure. Hey, we're going to be doing the Saturday. I'm doing the Gasparilla Kids Parade again. I did it last year. So if you're doing that here in Tampa, I'll be there handing out koozies. It was huge. I cannot believe how big it was. I've never did the Gasparilla Kids or the regular one, but Gasparilla Kids Parade, massive, massive. So Saturday is looking pretty good for that. Thank goodness. All this front comes through, and on Saturday morning, it looks like it's pretty cleared down here in Florida. So that's good news for me, selfishly. So, cool beans. All right, well, enjoy your day, everybody. Thanks for tuning in our Daily Brew. We'll keep up on things. Nothing severe to worry about. That's good news. Nothing really. Just weather. Just weather. I'll post maybe one of these long-range maps. They're kind of fun to look at. I like the mixture of wintry weather and rain. Kind of gives an idea who might get what. Gary, only cold in Panama. I know. Y'all dealt with that tornado a couple of days ago. Now you're dealing with freezing temperatures. Can you believe it? Thank you, Miss Mary Carroll. How's it going? Thanks, Miss Katie. Thanks, Bob. Thanks, Todd. Bob and Todd. All right. Well, we'll sign off. Again, we'll be back live on Wednesday and updating everybody on what's coming, see if things change. Kind of quiet, which is great. Take a little break in between these big severe weather events. All right. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.